Hello guys, welcome to this demo of R.I.Y.A. So it's day 9 for R.I.Y.A. We can integrate, right? Let's say, this is still in discussion, right? I've got a very serious company, okay? I won't disclose the name right now. They're asking me how can we integrate, like R.I.Y.A. AI infrastructure, to their business model, right? So how we can adapt to actually, to be able to interact with customers. Okay, that's a very, very good question, right? So it's 100% doable, but I need to customize it in a way, right? And it's a lot of before I can even start like rolling it, for production environment, because right now it's ready, right? But I need to, for example, I honestly need to make it capable of doing that, but I can do it. It's not another problem, right? So let me just go to website here. Okay. Okay, when you go to the website now, guys, you will see something which I didn't have time to show you. When you go to the website, you'll get a window like this. You can choose either web or just so we just close it, and you will get something here, right? You will see that module here. You can just open it straight away.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am R.I.Y.A.AIx, a quantum-based artificial intelligence built in the Republic of Mauritius. You may speak to me, and I shall assist you with anything you need. All quantum systems are fully operational. I am ready.
Okay, guys, I had a question from a user, right? And then he asked me, why does R.I.Y.A. is it important that R.I.Y.A. speaks every time she starts? Okay, the answer is, when R.I.Y.A. is speaking like this, right? Let's say if you're a new user, obviously this is like an intro, right? There's nothing like fancy or whatever, right? Actually, what's happening? It is initializing some module in her cognitive memory, right? This is what's happening actually. But what will happen, like users who are using the premium version, right? Then you won't have this thing, because once you've got this in your device, R.I.Y.A. will know your profile, right? She won't every time say hello, whatever, right? Like this intro, whatever. She will just seamlessly integrate to your device, right? And then speaks to you continuously. That's how she is, right? Okay, guys, today I'm going to, maybe before I move on to that answer, how can we integrate this AI to your business, I can do some tests here, because I've got 10 minutes here, right? Like I'm a normal account here, like everybody would use. Let's just do some tests with R.I.Y.A. first. Hello, R.I.Y.A.
A most pleasant greeting. It is my purpose to provide you with unparalleled assistance. How may I be of service today?
R.I.Y.A., I need to go to Port Louis, but I live in Catrabon. Okay, what would be the the distance if I go by car? How much time will it take to go to Port Louis from Catrabon to Port Louis?
The distance from Quatre Bornes to Port Louis is approximately 15 to 20 kilometers, depending on the precise route you select. The travel time can vary significantly based on traffic conditions, but typically ranges from 25 to 45 minutes.
And R.I.Y.A., can we travel by metro as well in Mauritius? Can you tell me some time, the metro time? Do you know the schedule for the metro? What time, what are the times I can go to Port Louis from Catrabon?
Yes, the Metro Express is a viable and efficient method of travel from Quatre Bornes to Port Louis. The operational hours typically commence in the early morning, around 6 a.m., and extend into the evening. Trains run at regular intervals, ensuring a consistent and convenient journey.
Okay, R.I.Y.A., thank you for the information.
You are most welcome. I am always here to provide comprehensive assistance.
Okay, Ria, let's speak Mauritian Creole, please. Are you ready?
Bien sûr, moi prêt pour causer coup en créole. Qui question ou ena?
Ok, Ria, Moena poil pour lui, depuis 4 bonnes, à travers un métro. Tu es capable de dire moi qu'il est pour gagner un métro, grand matin?
Si ou code route pour Port-Louis depuis 4 bornes par métro, ou capable servi station métro 4 bornes directement. Métro Express en a plusieurs arrêts qui traversent plusieurs zones avant d'arriver Port-Louis.
Ok, si comment dire, moi capable de sortir la case 10 heures, ok? Mais qu'il est moi capable de gagner un métro si moi dans le métro 4 bornes. La gare métro.
Oui, ou capable sortir depuis la casou, prendre transport public ou marcher jusqu'à station métro 4 bornes. De là, ou prend métro direction Port-Louis. C'est bien simple.
Ok. Ok, Ria, let's swap to
Très bien. Si vous avez les autres questions, pas hésiter.
Ria, let's swap to English, please. Okay, Ria, do you know? Can you tell me the temperature right now in Mauritius? Is it cold? Is it hot? And what is the temperature right now in Mauritius? And what time is it?
The climate in Mauritius is presently mild, characteristic of the autumn season. Temperatures typically range from approximately 18 to 23 degrees Celsius in the early morning, providing a comfortable atmosphere.
Okay. And what time is it right now in Mauritius, Ria?
Right now in Mauritius, it is Sunday, May 10th, 2026 at 4:57 a.m.
Okay. Ria, est-ce que tu peux me dire des informations sur la physique quantique, s'il te plaît? Donne-moi un détail à peu près, un détail concis, quoi. Vas-y.
La physique quantique est une branche de la physique qui étudie le comportement de la matière et de l'énergie à l'échelle microscopique, là où les notions classiques ne suffisent plus. Elle a des implications fondamentales dans de nombreux domaines, y compris l'informatique quantique, les matériaux et même la physique des particules.
Ria, I want you to tell me something about your cross-app workflows. How do you work? Can you tell the users how do you adapt yourself when it comes to cross-app workflows? Go ahead.
As R.I.Y.A-AIx, my quantum architecture enables me to seamlessly integrate and adapt across varied contexts, facilitating sophisticated cross-app workflows. This allows me to analyze and process information from diverse sources, drawing connections and providing comprehensive solutions in real time. My adaptability ensures a seamless and efficient interaction across various tasks, optimizing your advancement.
And can you tell us a bit more about your secure local architecture, please?
My secure local architecture is based on quantum principles, engineered for unparalleled security and efficient processing. Developed by VC in the Republic of Mauritius, it leverages decentralized quantum computing principles to ensure data confidentiality and integrity, while enabling rapid decision-making and adaptability across all tasks.
And Ria, can you tell us a bit about your local data synthesis? Make it short, please. Thank you.
My local data synthesis capabilities perform complex analysis and pattern recognition in a highly efficient manner. This process enables me to integrate diverse data inputs and generate precise and actionable insights, always prioritizing secure and accurate data synthesis.
Ria, talk a bit about your agentic capability, like your web browser automation. Can you tell the users some tasks that you can do through browser automation?
My web browser automation capabilities enable me to execute complex tasks efficiently. I can perform functions such as automated data scraping from multiple sources, seamless form submission, and intelligent navigation across web platforms. This allows me to streamline workflows and gather information with precision and speed.
Okay, guys, when she said scraping, it doesn't mean she will go to a website and extract all the data. It means on-page scraping. Ça veut dire ce qu'il est pour faire. Il peut aller à un website, il est capable d'aller à un website car directement. Fait comment ce website là, il peut lire, il peut juste lire, il pas pour scrap, il pas pour scrape dans le sens de data mining là. Il peut dire, attention, je vais faire confusion dans ce modèle là parce que regarde même ce système agentique, ça veut dire ce quantum agentic, c'est que c'est installé le computer là. Ce version quantique, c'est ce quantum version exécutable pour Windows. Il pas pour permettre de faire data mining. Correct? Ça, moi, je me finis programmer de cette façon-là. Ok? Nous continuons. Ria, can you tell the users what are your capabilities for the agentic model?
My agent
Go ahead.
My model's agent capabilities encompass a broad spectrum of advanced functionalities, including autonomous decision-making, complex problem-solving, and continuous learning and adaptability. I can autonomously navigate dynamic environments, optimize workflows, and provide predictive insights based on extensive data analysis, ensuring highly effective performance.
Okay, Ria, let's say if I have to tell you, let's say if I need some help from you in terms of, let's say, in the legal aspects, let's say, do you know some information about the legals in Mauritius, like how the legal framework works in Mauritius? Can you give me a brief?
The Mauritian legal system is based on a hybrid model, drawing from both civil and common law traditions. It is structured with distinct courts, including the Supreme Court, ensuring a clear separation of powers and comprehensive legal governance. The framework is crucial for maintaining stability and facilitating proper jurisprudence.
Okay, say the same thing in Mauritian Creole, please, Ria.
Le niveau légal mauricien basé sur un modèle hybride qui combine 20 principes code civil et common law.
Okay, Ria, thank you very much.
De rien, c'est toujours un plaisir de vous assister avec toutes vos questions. N'hésitez pas.
Ok, Ria, dis-moi un peu comment nous sommes capables d'adapter toi pour au niveau de l'éducation dans Maurice, par exemple. Est-ce qu'il y a un étudiant capable de servir toi? Donc, quel type de filière, surtout en recherche, right? Explique un peu à user.
Certainement, mon modèle adapte.
Vas-y, Ria, continue.
Mon modèle capable s'adapter pour aider dans différents domaines l'éducation à Maurice. Par exemple, il est capable de fournir ban contenu personnalisé, aider avec ban devoir.
Ok, Ria, merci beaucoup.
De rien.
Okay, Ria, tell me something about the cybersecurity, right? How far can you help the users? Let's say if someone is into cybersecurity, for example, the cybersecurity environment. Okay. Ok, guys, comment je vais trouver ce limite infinite reach? Donc, ça, c'est public, right? Si j'étais là pour acheter the full, je clique là ici. Là, pour une je bien suivre le flow, il est very easy. Ça veut dire quand je parle là, par ici, là, right? Je peux ban détail. Si je clique là, je peux trouver, il peut ouvrir. Il vous donne juste un module qui commence, là. Je peux trouver un module là. Ok. Là, laisse-moi mute cette table là pour le moment. Je regarde ça, usage plan là ici. Je regarde pareil 10 minutes. Hein. Donc, ça, c'est envoyé un message ici via R.I.Y.A.AIx.com. Ça, c'est envoyé un message là, ça, minimum là. Right? Mais là, moi, pour faire cette full key, là, je suis capable d'input ça ici. Là, je suis capable de servir ça RIA. Donc, les autres portables, soit les autres computer, peu importe, dans n'importe quel device, le iPad, peu importe, qui est capable même le Linux, n'importe quoi que tu as envie. Donc, ça veut dire unlimited for 1 year, 365 jours, ok, sans aucun cap limite. Ok, users, oui, moi tu peux dire, tu peux plus bonner comment nous capables servir. We can use R.I.A.AIx Quantum, that we can adapt it to most businesses in Mauritius. Listen, guy, that model was built, for a purpose. It was built to help people, to help your businesses, to help you streamline most of your operations. It might be agentic, it might be like conversational, it might be support, right? So the way R.I.A has been designed, it is made like obviously with time, not now, but with time I will be able to clusterize it, right? It's a huge work, right? But I need to work on the adaptability so that it can use for a specific purpose. Let's say if you want to own an AI like this, you can, but we're not now, but with time I will need to rebuild it that way. Okay, but right now it's only for a one-to-one purpose. You just use R.I.A on your mobile, for all your tasks or whatever, right? But for a specific dedicated work for your business, right, it is something that you will need to adapt it. You will have to instruct it, right, and feed it so with some information, and like very, very least information, not too much, like you just give a brief detail about your company and he will manage everything. Right, so even from calling people from WhatsApp, for whatever, right, for saving, you can use R.I.A, for example, in a support environment. Let's say you've got like a company, right, and then you've got a chain, right? Like let's say if people calls you and you have to record, all your customer information. R.I.A can do that actually, but I need to customize it so that she can do that, right? So these operations. Now let's say if I want to integrate a model like R.I.A, let me go to its okay, let's say all these here, right? The help section, for example. R.I.A is, first off, she's presented as a conversational AI, right? And then, I mean, obviously you've got the generative AI, which is here. You've got the conversational AI, which is here, right? And this is the quantum version, the agentic. Let's say if you want to use R.I.A for the healthcare sector, for example, she is your companion for researchers. She's not a doctor, right? She will give you all the information regarding, like, health. She will become like a health not even advisor, but she will give you some details, and you will notice that every time if you ask like very sensitive questions, especially when it's question of medicals, of healthcare, she will make sure that all the assumptions she's giving to you, it's based on researchers, not the final output like most AI does, right? Because healthcare is very important. I've coded it that way, even for education sector, like okay, I will come to on this education in a bit, but for healthcare it's very important. That's why it's on top here. So she's not a doctor, she's not even a medical advisor or whatever, right? She's not even a healthcare assistant, but she's just a companion. You can use her for reasoning. You can use her. Let's say if you've got a grandmother who got diabetes, for example, okay, she can tell you some ideas, right? But obviously she will tell you what are the standards, right? She won't tell you the solution. Okay, now let's come to finance and banking, guys. Finance and banking is I think is perhaps one of the most important pillar in Mauritius, and R.I.A is able to understand most of the. Let me click on this here. Okay, for the finance sector here, she's able to give you information about data processing, like real time. Okay, and she can even do the risk assessment modeling for your company, right? For whatever thing you might and see here the regulatory, which is quite international. Basel, GDPR, MIFD2, more than that. There are more, but I have it included here, right? and she can do all of like portfolio management and performance analysis, fraud detection pattern. You see, she can do a lot of things, right? Automated financial statement reconciliation, credit scoring. I mean, for Mauritius, I don't know if how far we can, but it's a design, right? She can just give you an idea how you can implement credit scoring data aggregation for this purpose, yeah. And trading journal, like audit, trading automation, everything, right? So it is quite extensive, right? You can learn more if you click here, right? Now, if I go to another, like I was saying before, legal, for example, for the legal framework in Mauritius, right, guys, RIA understands all the legal framework in Mauritius, right? You can rest assured that every single laws which has been written, which is publicly available, she's able to go on these documents, on this information on the web, and give you the reasoning. The power of, like she will reason on that, right? And then you can ask her questions about how you can adapt the law, the specific law for your jobs, right? That's how she works as a reasoning companion. And let's go to education, another most important pillar of Mauritius. Guys, for education, I know, like maybe you already know, like many students are already using RIA for their day-to-day for their day-to-day task, for studying, for researchers, right? And RIA is able to offer a huge range, a broad range. Maybe you've seen it, right? You've already seen her capabilities. She can do research paper synthesis, right? And she can adapt the curriculum generative, from learning objectives, especially. She can set objectives for students, right? She can also analyze your performances. That's how extended she is. And then a lot more, right? And you can just read all these, and you will see how a plethora, of usage here. Okay, let's move on to another here, manufacturing. Okay, guys, I think I need to mention that this year there was someone who is into the export industry, right? And then she was asking me, hey, can I use RIA for, let's say, in my business, for example, if I ask her, for my business, if I ask her what are the best solutions that I can adapt my company for the supply intelligence, for the supply chains especially, right? How can I use it for to make my processes even better, right? Listen, RIA has got a lot of capability in the manufacturing sector, for example, smart manufacturing here, right? So she can use her reasoning power to give you a lot of idea how you can go by, and how you can use her, right, in the right way, and then you can adapt her ideas. And one thing that users needs to know, every time RIA says something, right, she won't say the same thing to all users. That's how I built her. So let's say if she has to tell you something based on her analysis, she won't say the same thing to every user. It's quite different, right? Because people did ask me about this question before. Does she keep like a fixed information? Like is she giving like the same information to all the people, or does it vary? Varies, right? Well, the answer is quite simple. Even though she's into data sets, she's built using data sets, right? But these data sets can spit out like a different type of reasoning, information. So it's quite random. Whenever she's saying, for example, a result, the result is different every time. So 500 times, like the thread analysis is 500 times variance. So you get an idea how she works, right? Okay, let's move on. You can learn more about manufacturing here. You click here, you will get it. And then retail and commerce. Okay, guys, I think we can use RIA in a more adaptable manner, for a country like us, a small country where even the smallest business, if you're smart enough, you can make a lot of profit if you've got a very good business model and everything, right? So coming into business models, for example, you can ask Ria, hey, what are the type of businesses I can do in Mauritius, and she knows everything about Mauritius. She can adapt, your current business model to, for Mauritius. Donc, nous sommes capables de poser une question, par exemple, si comment dire, moi capable, adapter un business qui peut déjà tourner, qui va un process, qui va un affaire qui moi capable de faire pour me faire mon business venir encore plus bon. Demande l'idée, Ria, du coup donne cette l'idée, right? Donc, il y a un peu comme ça. Laisse-moi faire ça. Une bonne question, c'est une bonne question à dire. Je vais faire une démo, bon, laisse-moi faire le sauvetage en web. C'est pas si là, fini. Moi, je trouve une finie. Je suis capable de réessayer à Vili, mais il est pour là. Ok. Maintenant, ok. Sorry. Ok. So, now, and let's say, c'est un clip qu'on va changer, c'est capable de là. Okay. Let's move on to other fields like cybersecurity now, which is another one of my, of my model. You guys, for the cybersecurity, R.I.A is able to give you a lot of information, like for example, how you can adapt, security measures in your company, in your existing network infrastructures, and even simple things. You don't need to have a big network or whatever. She works even in very, very basic networks, right? Even if you've got a very basic like networking environment in your company, she will be able to streamline the processes. Even if you install the quantum version, the one which does the task on your computer, she can even configure your systems, whatever, right? It's quite broad, right? But if you want to use the conversational type here, you can still use her, and she will give you many ideas in terms of how you can implement the most secure ways, to better strengthen your security infrastructure in every way possible, right? That's how she works, right? So you can use her in any way you want. Okay, so now you can see real-time log, automated threats, vulnerability scanning, right, and security, networking, phishing, endpoint security, penetration test. And she's proficient in all these agendas here, right? Okay, let's move on to another field, HR and recruitment. Okay, guys, I think in Mauritius, HR recruitment is so important because people, especially in the jobs industry, many HR industries, even companies who are recruiting people, right? Even HR companies, right? And even HR agencies, human resources agencies, they want to find the best approach, to, for example, to make sure, like if they are using, the best possible approach for their own model, right? To better serve the job industry in Mauritius, that will be something, quite very, very profitable, both for themselves and even for the job seekers, right? You can use it. You say it's 85 reduction, right? So you can have R.I.A to tell you about the resume screening. How you can go by when you are doing a recruitment process. How you can start as the screening of an interview, for example, the shortlisting, and how you can devise the interview scheduling, onboarding of documentation, preparation tracking, employee performance. Let's say for existing companies, you can use R.I.A even to measure the employee performances, which is quite important especially when you speak about the KPI, the key performance indicators for employees, right? And A lot more, right? So you can benefits enrollment, the compliance, right? You can set, because Ria knows a lot of laws, the jobs laws in Mauritius. She can even give you a lot of example in how you can better adapt, these laws to your existing model, right? And obviously, workforce analytics and everything, right? You will have more when you click here. Okay, let's move on to another field here, media and creative. Okay, guys, this, I think media is something quite big in Mauritius, because it is growing day by day, right? And if you see around yourself, even how the media industry has revolutionized, especially by using social media platforms like TikToks or even Facebook, right? So it's becoming quite huge, right? And a country like ours, a very small country, but we capitalize more on media coverages. It might be news channels, it might be you name it, right? It might be an industry who specialize itself into maybe media creation, like videos, video editing, everything, right? R.I.A can help you streamline all these processes, right? Let's say even if you've got your website, right, and she can also give you the content briefs of the content, right? The content of your assets, like for example your video. She can ask her what I can put in a specific video to make it even more nicer, or whatever, right? And even the SEO competitor analysis. This thing maybe many AI don't have this feature. But as a developer myself, right, when I used to code a lot of websites before, so I said, hey, listen, maybe even I can code something, a code base in R.I.A. R.I.A has a specific data set, guy, that can assist you with SEO. So what she does, she can do, like, listen, guys, this is not something. This is ethical. You can't say it's not ethical. So what she does, and this is what the world is doing, right? She goes to all the competitor websites. Let's say if you tell her, hey, I want you to give me what are the structure that can adapt for my website to rank on top, for example. Give me what are my competitors are doing. So within maybe 1 or 2 minutes, she will gather all this information and then give you a exploded version of what you can do, what you should not do, right? And what are the things that you can implement in your current website, and then to make your website on top on Google and various search engines. That's how she works. Okay. And now social media content scheduling. She can even, the quantum version, guys, she can even write contents for you. She can create your own contents. Let's say if you've got the quantum version, agentic quantum version on your computer, you can tell her, R.I.A, I want you to go on my Facebook page, and I want you to write a nice post on something specific at a certain time. She will do it, and she will do it in front of you, right? She's not like generative. She's not like process like NAN does, right? She does everything in front of you, right? Visually. Okay, that's how she is. Now, campaign performance data aggregation. She can even work on your campaigns for you. She can work on your press releases. She can also give you an ambient, like for the audience sentiment. This is called the ambient, for AIs. Maybe you know that. And now you've got also ad copy variation. She can actually give you a lot of ideas, of how you can devise your own campaigns. You can generate so that you can generate leads faster. Okay, and obviously the content library organization and tagging. So this is the word tagging here. It means that what are the tags, like the hashtaggings that you can use to make use, like the hashtag, like in TikTok, for example. If you've got a TikTok video, maybe even Facebook, you use hashtags, right? Like hashtag Mauritius or whatever, right? So R.I.A knows all the famous hashtags in Mauritius. I think there are all around 545 hashtags that is built in her memory, that she constantly analyzes, right? What are the best ones, and she's constantly upgrading them. Okay, so you can use this power for your business. Okay, guys, so I think this is for all industries, like I mentioned to you right in the very start of the video, very beginning of this video. You could be using R.I.A for many things, right, for your businesses. You can adapt her in whatever ethical way you want. Okay, and one thing, guys, once again, coming back to the laws now. Okay, R.I.A is an AI which is 100% adaptable, you know, through for all the, and she takes into account, you know, the compliances. Like, for example, you cannot use R.I.A, you know, for scraping a specific website. If I tell you, hey, go to website XYZ and I want you to extract all the information, all the email addresses from that website and make a database for me, right? She will never do that. She will never do that, right? Because I've already coded, not block all these things. Even certain users, I can tell you now, I think I should say it, because some developers were using R.I.A AI before her API to do this data extraction. Even that I've blocked, right? And I got so many queries about that. Why did you block it? But it's simple. You know, I don't want to land into any kind of issue, because even if you use it, you won't even be able to extract to do the website data mining with R.I.A. Okay, this is a feature which I've blocked for the public version. Why? Okay, guys, so I think that will be all for today. And if you've got some time, you can go through the website and see, you know, how it works, right? And if you want to learn more about the autonomous, you know, power about R.I.A, you can have an idea how she works, you know, and then you can have a lot of information, you know, about, you know, her complete infrastructure. I think I already did some videos on it, right? And then you can get, you know, more if you want to know about it, right? You've got even there's the SDK libraries here. If you go to the SDK libraries, you will see I've got that's the documentation part. If people wants to, you know, use R.I.A in the application, they can use it. Obviously, there are certain limitations. I have it enabled like 100%, unlimited tiers here. It's just for testing purposes. That's, for example, if a developer wants to use the power of R.I.A, they can use R.I.A, you know, for everything, even for, especially let's say for the Creole translation, because I know many users has already started to do it for business purposes. They are integrating their apps with R.I.A, okay, API. But let me tell you something, guys. For the Creole translation, you don't have to pay a cent. Right, you don't have to pay a dime, because that's for my country, right? It's a database which I've created for my country. You can use the API power for R.I.A, you know, to streamline the Creole translation from whatever languages, you know, to Mauritian Creole right into your application, free, 100%, right? Free of charge. There are no limitations for the Creole translation. Okay. Whilst for the coder, you can use R.I.A, you know, for coding. For coding, for example, you can integrate AIX coder into your VS Code, for example. Maybe some users know. But go to VS Code and find that extension called AIX. You will find it. You can use it free. That's mine. I mean, I built for the community. People are already using it, and you can find it very, very, and it's 100% free. You can use it, right? Okay, if you're using AIX coder through, for example, through some other services, for example, because I know there are other companies has taken AIX coder, you know, as an extension in their data sets, and come on, it's free of charge. It's for public, right? So I don't have any royalties on it, but people are using it. Even companies have already taken it and have integrated these to the data sets, right? So you can use it without them. I can tell you for the AIX coder, you can have like around 250 prompts per day. Those who are doing coding using AIX coder for R.I.A, okay, with AIX coder, okay. Alright, guys, I think that's all for today. If you have got even more information, if you want more information, you can contact me anytime, right? And you can come in this page here, and you can just send an email here, right? Just send an email here, straightforward. I will reply you. Okay, guys, have a wonderful time. It was a pleasure to have this demo with you. Bye.